We have to acknowledge that there's a wound in order to heal the wound. This country, the US, was built on a precipice of violence, and how what happened at the Capitol a few days ago was simply a reconstruction of the deeper beliefs within us, bringing us back to the rape and pillaging and enslavement of the Native American people, of people of African origin, the Civil War, the Revolution, and other really poignant moments where we have shown that in order to progress, violence is necessary. The foundation of our entire country is this is the way it's going to be. Either accept it or we'll get violent. Negotiations are secondary. Negotiations are felt and seen, and compromise is felt and seen as weak. In any part of our spiritual practice, we have to acknowledge that there's a wound in order to heal the wound. Now, this is a fine line, because yes, you can perpetuate the wound if you keep focusing on the wound. There's a fine line between completely ignoring that there's a problem and being a victim and perpetuating the problem. So we want to come now into the middle ground. I'll have you close your eyes and go ahead and repeat after me when I ask you to. In the meantime, follow my words and I'm going to guide you through a meditation. So I'm wanting you to feel into US history. I'm wanting you to feel into the beginning aspects of rape and pillaging and a forcing of Native peoples from their lands in order to cooperate with what we're wanting. I wanted you to feel into any other period in history that means something to you. It doesn't have to be in the US. Anything that means something to you in particular and your own culture, ethnicity, and ancestry. Something where there was a dominant force seeking to overthrow another culture, another way of being, another faith, another religion, by force, in order that that dominating force have what they're wanting. Feel into that energy, and now I'm wanting you to pull that energy psychically into a golden bubble 6 inches in front of your third eye. Now I want you to start collecting evidence. You're pulling this energy from the DNA in your cells, in your physical body, into that golden orb in front of the third eye, 6 inches in front of the eye, third eye. Pull the energy also from your energetic field in your psychic space around your physical body. And now I'm also wanting you to pull all of that evidence from all space and time, from anywhere that you can psychically feel in any dimension and space and time, in all past lives, past, present, and future, where there was a force, this feeling of narcissism, this feeling of forcing and controlling someone into hearing, and a feeling of having to use force from a space of not feeling heard. Pull that energy into that psychic orb in front of the third eye, 6 inches. And continue to build the evidence. So find other circumstances of evidence in your psyche, anywhere that your neural pathways take you that feel like the same energy. In fact, give this energy a color. For some of you, it will be orange. For some of you, it will be red. What color is this energy of needing to control someone to the point of using physical force? And that And that feeling of that's the only way because I'm not being heard and my needs are not being met. Give it a color and then command that any other energy matching that color in all space and time for you and your ancestors and your loved ones be pulled again into that psychic bubble 6 inches in front of your third eye. Let's give it 20 more seconds to really magnetize all of that energy, all of that narcissism, all of that feeling of needing to control, all of that toxicity of violence, and the hurt that is the core of the feeling that violence is necessary. Pulling that hurt, pulling that feeling of innate unworthiness, pulling that feeling of helplessness, of I can't get my way unless I use force. I've tried to talk, I've tried to pray, and I can't get my way, so I'm just gonna take out a gun, or I'm just going to take out my fists. Pull that energy, as harmful and hurtful as it feels and as shameful as it feels. It's time to own it that it's in our collective field. Pull it again into that psychic bubble, 6 inches in front of your third eye. Let's do 5 more seconds. Really visualize it. Be a witness to it. It shouldn't feel like effort. It should feel more like I'm the observer of this occurring, because you've commanded it to occur, so it will. And once you feel collectively that this feeling of conjugated, of collective hurt and distress and a feeling of helplessness and hopelessness to the point of violence is the only answer, without any parts of you invalidating that, without any parts of you saying that's shameful or wrong to feel that way, we're just wanting to own that parts of us do feel that way collectively. Bring it all to that psychic bubble. Good. 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 Now I want you to pull all of the trauma associated with these energies. So command that all of the trauma in your nervous system and in the nervous system even of your ancestors and the future generations be pulled, cleansed, and sent to this golden orb. So you can repeat after me. I command that all of the trauma in the nervous system, in our collective nervous system, be pulled, cleansed, and sent to this golden orb. Good. Some of you will feel the tagging of other people's traumas. You'll start to tune into other people's traumas in the collective and just command that those traumas also flow into the golden orb. Now we're going to pull the drama. The drama is the story that we've been telling ourselves as a result of the trauma. So the drama is all of those stories. The story that I am helpless, the story that I am not heard, the story that my opinion doesn't matter, the story that I'm someone whose desires are not listened to and not taken seriously. The story that the only way for me to have what I want is to resort to violence. The story that if I'm not violent, I'm not a man. If I'm not willing to be violent, I'm not a man, or I'm not strong. pulling all of the drama and being willing to give up the story and any related belief systems that were created as a result of the trauma. Give the drama a different color. Give the drama a completely new color. It might be brown, whatever you feel, and your attachment to your stories. Give your attachment to the drama the same color. That part of you that feels unwilling to give up the story that you've created in your head about the violence in the US. And our collective field of needing to resort to violence in order to feel heard, loved, and like we matter. Give that all a color and command that it go into that golden orb 6 inches in front of the third eye. Feel it being pulled from the DNA in your cells. Especially that attachment. If there's any part of you, any voices that say, no, I'm not willing to give this up. This is my story. This is how it is. I have to be right about this. Just say, I let go of my need to be right about this. Even with all the evidence that I can see in US history, I let go that this is who we really are. As I acknowledge that this is who we have believed that we are. Let's do 5 more seconds, pulling now from all space and time, this collective drama and our attachment to the drama. This feeling of, if I let go of this story, I won't be safe. Or if I let go of this story, the feelings that I felt won't be valid. Which is all hocus pocus. Let go. Let go. Pull everything into that golden orb. Good. One more deep breath. When you feel every last morsel being pulled into that golden orb of this energy, every last fragment, every last dust particle being magnetized to this golden orb from all space and time, now tune into your emotional body. Tune into how the heart feels. Is there a part of you that feels sad about this? Is there a part of you that feels discouraged about this? Tune into what that is. Honor it. Tell yourself it makes so much sense why you would feel that way. And then create and cultivate a willingness to release that association. Some of you are feeling guilty. Tune into the guilt and release that. Anything that you're feeling that feels heavy, sad, like there's no hope for us, the story that we've created that this is who we really are on a spiritual level, release that. Release all the evidence related to that. Good. Good. Now we have this collective energy in this golden orb. Are you ready to let it go? I want you to send this golden orb to the light. And we're going to see the light as the sun. Repeat after me. I command that this collective energy be pulled, cleansed, removed, and sent to the light now. For the highest and best good, and in the highest and best way, and only for the highest and best good, and only in the highest and best way. Thank you, Creator. It is done. It is done. It is done. Now be a witness as this golden orb is pulled towards the sun, gaining velocity as it travels. And the closer and closer it gets to the sun, the more it cannot hold its frequency. The closer and closer it gets to the sun, the more it has to surrender. It begins to melt. It's just now 100 miles from the sun. The infrastructure of these energies is deconstructing as it continues its journey towards the sun. It literally cannot hold itself any longer. It doesn't even know the core of who or what it is, or the basis from which it was created any longer. It no longer has a reason to exist. And as it floats directly into the sun, there's a moment in time where it bursts. A great explosion where it returns to pure positive energy. When you feel the energy bursting, I want you to let out a big boom. Great job. But we're not going to leave ourselves here. We're going to create a new way of being for the collective. Repeat after me. Imagining a white liquid light energy source in the upper abdomen, just in between and below the ribs, right where the solar plexus is. Imagine white liquid light from the Creator. You being the center of all the universe, you being the source. And this white liquid light is what brings new belief systems and infiltrates your cells, your DNA, and all the fragments of your energetic being as it fills you up with these new belief systems we're creating. So that's your visualization as you repeat after me. I create the possibility that I am someone who is heard immediately, felt and understood by myself. And I know what that feels like. I am someone who hears, feels, and understands myself. And I know what that feels like. And I'm willing to hear, feel, and understand myself, no matter what. Take a deep breath. Imagine these beliefs being penetrated, infiltrated by this white liquid light until your entire body, all the nooks and crannies, all the spaces that used to be dark and untouchable are filled with this white liquid light. And now emitting outside of the physical body into the energetic field, and this white liquid light filling up even your energetic field with these new beliefs that I hear myself, I feel myself, I understand myself. I'm someone, repeat after me, I create the possibility that I am someone who needs only have the desire, and my wishes are granted. And that my desire matters. And that my desire has an effect on my reality. And I know what that feels like. Now, when you say I know what that feels like, that doesn't mean you grew up in a household where what you wanted mattered and was listened to and you got your way. When you say I know what it feels like, it means that you're commanding that the source within you give you a blueprint. Download a blueprint of what it feels like, because you are all things. There is a part of you, there is an aspect of you that already exists that knows how this feels. And so you're commanding to the creator, source energy within you to have access to this blueprint of already knowing what it feels like. Repeat after me. I create the possibility that it's okay for me to have what I'm wanting. And that I can have what I'm wanting without needing to fight for it. It's possible that I'm someone who doesn't need to fight for what I'm wanting and what I need. It's possible that all my needs are met. All of my needs. My emotional needs. My mental needs. My physical needs. And my spiritual needs. And it's possible that all of these needs matter equally to me. And that I put equal importance on these needs to myself. And that I'm someone who honors my needs emotionally just as much as I honor my physical needs. That I'm someone who honors my desires and what I want just as much as I honor what I need. And I know what that feels like. It's possible that there's a way for me to move forward in my experience with peace and with grace, no matter who I'm talking to. It's possible that I can even roll up to Donald Trump right now, and I'm so filled to the brim with love and understanding and knowing that no matter what, I'm going to get what I want, that no matter what, the life and experience that I want is coming to me, that no matter what, I am heard and felt and seen and known by myself, and I'm validated, and what I want matters, and my emotions matter just as much as my physical needs. I can even roll up to Donald Trump and I can send love to him. That's how powerful I am. That's how on point and grounded and centered in the truth of who and what I really am, that I am. And I know what that feels like. I create the possibility that the unity of the world starts with me. And my willingness to unite with any forces within me that feel opposing. My willingness to honor the parts inside me that want different things, and to listen to both sides, to step into both worlds that exist within me, is going to then be reflected in my environment, the world, and the universe around me. I'm willing to honor that there feels like there's conflict inside. And that every part of me that I've given a voice unconsciously has a right to be heard and felt and known. And at that point, I can choose whether to identify with that voice or not. At that point, I could choose whether to deconstruct that identity, but not until I listen, not until I honor, and not until I love that part of me. Feeling energies in your heart space, any energies that feel heavy, like this is impossible, like this is too complicated, like this is not going to do anything. Any energies that feel doubtful, tune into those energies and command that they be sent to the light with love and honor. And just kind of stay in this space as I say a prayer to the Creator to close this out. Creator of all things, thank you for your light and your love. Thank you for this opportunity to see that there is a different way that stems from within us, and our innate ability to change focus and create what we're wanting from any point in space and time, no matter how trapped we feel, no matter how bogged down we feel, no matter how much work we've created with our minds needs to happen in order for us to have what we're wanting. That the reality is everything we're wanting is right where we are. Now. Now, 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 now. I command the possibility that we're tuned in collectively to the energy and the perpetuating of the question, what if we could all see each other and honor each other and understand each other? What if we could cultivate peace between nations, between religions, between races? What if we could have a collective purpose in which everyone agreed? What if that purpose was created within me? What if it just gets better and better from here for everyone? What if everyone in the upper, middle, and even the lower worlds has a right to heal? What if I gave everyone permission right now to heal? Even those that parts of me don't want to heal. Even those who unconsciously I wish would suffer a little bit more. What if I gave them permission right now to heal, to connect with the source within them, and to see God as I see God? Without judging myself, without feeling ashamed for anything I've thought or felt or done, without holding the weight of the world on my heart, but instead focusing on the divinity within me and calling every other energy towards this divinity, no matter what they've done, no matter who they've hurt, and no matter how they're judged. Creator, I command that this be possible according to the will of the divinity within me and each of us. I command that all this information, this data, and this shifting be fully integrated into the soul on all 4 levels, past, present, and future lives, past, present, and future generations. On the soul level, in this core lifetime, upper, middle, and lower worlds for the highest and best good, and in the highest and best way with ease and grace without effort, without need to process anything further, fully integrated now. Thank you, Creator. It is done. It is done. It is done. Just stay still as energies continue to shift. Begin to focus on the breath, the rising and falling of the abdomen, of the chest. Notice your physical body and gently, according to your own will, come back into the physical body. But without opening your eyes, imagine the environment around you. And imagine it feeling lighter and brighter and more hopeful, cleared of any old energies or tendencies. Give it space to be new and different. So that when you walk into this space, you can see a reflection of how you are new and different. Feel the tail of your sits bones sitting on the surface beneath you. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Pick out 3 different sounds in your environment. It could be my voice, music, creaks in the walls, 3 different sounds. Feel into your heart space, and without needing to know where the energies of your heart are coming from, why they're there, without needing to change them, just observe them, honor them, and love them. And when you're ready, you can bring your eyes to half mass and really take in the environment. Hi, beautiful. Hi, Melody. Hi, Mary Lou. Good to see everyone. Hi, Abby. Hi, Siri. I love you. You're everything. You're doing so great at life. Take a deep breath. Blow out gold stardust. 2 more. Blow out gold stardust. And 1 more. This is the energy of that which you are. You are all things. I'm loving you, doing so great at life. Mwah.